let's get started with the ugly. Does anybody want a ninja, whatever you call this thing? I do not like it. I don't use it. It is time to get some meals prepped and in my freezer. Hello everyone, welcome back to Safe at Homestead. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Elena and I am mini-steading here in the desert of New Mexico. I am so excited to have you here with me today. So this week I have quite a few things going on. I want to share with you a couple of hauls that I did. One is from yesterday and the other is from a few days ago. And the reason I decided to do these is because I am trying to fill my freezer with some freezer meals and I would love to share that with you guys. I am also just trying to put some things on my pantry shelves to keep for future. It's always a good idea to be prepared. We never know what's going to happen, what's going to come down the pike, and so just having a few shelf-stable things is a good idea. And my shelves are all just about bare because I haven't canned anything in a long time. So I want to do that as well. The other thing that I want to share is the disaster that is my pantry room. So I have wanted to get started on that room for multiple reasons for a long time. And I have just not been motivated to do it. And I thought, what better motivation than you guys? So I am going to share with you today what that room looks like, what the disaster that it is. And I know that because I share it with you, I'll be motivated to take care of it so that I can show you the end result. Okay, so let's get started. Where should we start? Let's get started with the ugly. Let's get started with the pantry room. So I am entering this mess that is the pantry room. So you guys saw this room when I first organized it, when we first moved in, and it's a disaster right now. Yeah, it's a disaster for different reasons. I don't have any room for jars, and so as I am using jars, I'm just sticking them anywhere. There's some jars there. Our go bags are in here instead of in the car because I need to work on them. That's just stuff. Those are cans of coconut water. More disorganization. Stuff that I don't have any place to put them. Even in our freezers is disorganized. Onions. I just borrowed this crock pot from my in-laws, one of my dehydrators. This place is pretty old, as you guys know. I mean, it's an older home and it hasn't been lived in for a while before we came. And so these things are really brittle, and so just handling them to open the windows, etc., these parts of the blinds are just breaking off. Here are all our used and empty jars. Well, most of them aren't empty, they have water. Yeah, and then this table, I wanted to have the dehydrators on, but yeah, one dehydrator's there. The mister is bringing in his tools because he does not like leaving it in the shed because the shed has leaks and he doesn't want any of his batteries and tools to get wet. This is just a pile of stuff. People are giving me egg cartons, which I appreciate, but I don't really have a place for them. These 5-gallon buckets were all under here and under there, but we moved them for different reasons and they never got put back. And part of it is because I know that I'm going to work on reorganizing in here and doing things a little bit different in here. I have been lax in just throwing things in here. So one of the problems with this room and using this room for a pantry room is that it's warm. It gets the sun in the morning and it's very bright, which I appreciate, but not for a room that's going to be for keeping canned goods, etc. So the first thing that I want to do in here is install curtains. I bought the curtains. It's just a matter now of putting rods up and then putting the curtains. The curtains are blackout curtains, and it took me a while to get those, but I finally got them. And then I am bringing a small fridge of ours that we have in our RV, and I'm going to put that in here as well. So once those things are done, then I'm going to be dealing with these shelves. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't know how I'm going to organize them. I just feel, for right now, I feel like this is not the best way to have it, but I don't know. So I have to wait until the other fridge is in here, and it's going to go on this wall somewhere. Another issue with this room or this home is that not all the outlets work. And so the outlets on this side work, and good thing, and that's where the freezers are. The outlets on this side work, and that's why the dehydrator, etc. is here. Originally, I had it here, if you guys recall from that video, but this outlet does not work. So that is limiting me in a way. I don't know if there's an outlet behind. Yes, there's an outlet right there, but I don't know if this works or not. So I'm going to have to test that out and see if I can use that. So the main thing that I want to do is to get the curtains up, because once the curtains are up, then that's a big deal. It's going to reduce the brightness in here, and it's going to keep it cooler. And you know, canned goods really need that. It needs dry, cool, and dark. And so that's what I'm trying to establish in here. Once I get that done, then we will bring the refrigerator in, or who knows, the refrigerator might come in first, but they're probably going to get done sort of simultaneously. Once that is done, then I will figure out how to use the shelving in here, where to put the shelves, what to do with everything, and get it all organized. Does anybody want a Ninja, whatever you call this thing? I do not like it. I don't use it. It's an air fryer. It's just too big and heavy. We had it before we moved into the RV, and then it just took up so much space in the RV. Just putting it on the counter took up the whole counter, and I just don't care for it. I would like to have an air fryer, but just a really smaller one with the pull-out drawer that's more manageable. Got to get rid of that. So yeah, so that's what's happening in here. So I will bring you guys along as I am working in this room to get it done soon, because I'm going to start canning a few things here soon, and I want to have the ideal environment for those products. Okay, so let's leave this mess and do something more fun. Let's get to the haul. All right, so this first haul is from two stores, Walmart and another local store called Albertsons. I got from Albertsons 10 pounds of potatoes. Right here, I got 3 large red onions, 5 heads of garlic, and 2 bunches of parsley. I am going to be using most of these things to do some meal prep to fill my freezer, and some of it is going to be preserved and put away for later. So let's see, that was it for Albertsons. The rest of this is from Walmart. This copy paper and binder are for a special project that I'm doing. This is related to one of the cliffhangers that I left you guys hanging with. I will share that information later. This is, I saw this, it was pretty neat. I have quite a few blinds in my house here, so I'm going to use this to clean, because it's a pain to clean blinds with just a rag. And I got some, I'm sure I'm going to need some more of these after I do some inventory, but I knew I would need some lids for my canning, so I got 2 of those. I got these mandarin flavored sodas because it brings back memories of living in Mexico for both my husband and I, and we like to have it from time to time. I also got some sweet peas. These were just a few cents really, and I got them for the chickens. I will, you know, freeze them and then give it to them in ice. I never ever find condensed tomato soup at Walmart. I don't know why, but I end up buying the Campbell's brand. But I found them this time and I got 10 of them because this is one of the main ingredients that I use when I make my chili. I love to put this tahini seasoning on my popcorn. It is chili and lime, and it's delicious on popcorn. I am sure you can use it for other things, but typically that's what I do with it. I bought some Ziploc bags for my meal preps. These are quarts, and these are gallons, and they are, yeah, they're the freezer type. I tend to buy the freezer type for everything because even though they're a little bit more expensive, because I end up needing it for freezing mostly, although I might use them for other purposes. I was buying the Walmart brand. I was pretty satisfied with it, but then my husband shared some research that he found about these types of bags having microplastics and other things in them, and the only brand based on the research that did not have any of those things in it was Ziploc. So I am paying a little bit more for Ziploc because of that. So we do what we can where we can, right? Okay, over here I have some sliced carrots frozen and some sweet peas frozen, and that is for my pup. This is part of the ingredients that I use to make his food, and so I wanted to have some extra of that. I recently found out that you can orange juice, probably any juice. I don't know, but I know I saw some information about canning orange juice. Now, we never buy this, but I thought it would be a good thing to have if you're thinking preparedness, if you're thinking emergency, to have something like orange juice put away on your shelves. Shelf stable is a good idea. So I got 4 of these, and we're going to try our hand at that. I just did a little readjusting of products because I realized I had some meats from a different store here on the table, and they don't belong with this haul. Okay, so here is one of 2 rolls of turkey, 85% lean, 15% fat, and this is part of what I use to make my dog food as well. I had 2. One is in the crock pot right now. I am making him food for the week. The other thing that I have here is 2 of these beef liver packets. Maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the mister picked one of these up. They're $2 and something cents. They're not very expensive at all. And he got it so I could try to dehydrate it for the dog, and I did. It looks kind of on the thick side, but I don't know if it's because I defrosted it first, but when I dehydrated it, it was more like a fruit leather, and I had to peel it off of the dehydrator trays. So this time, I think I'm going to try and put it in frozen and see if I can keep more of the width and then just cut it into chunks. We'll see. So I have 2 of those. The other thing, excuse me, that's also for my dog that I use to make his dog food is brown rice. And so here is a 5-pound bag. I'm going to jar that up, and I'm going to put it somewhere in a shelf just so that I have it and I don't have to keep buying. And if I can, I will try to get more of both of these so that I can have it ready to go. Okay, what else do I have? Let's keep in line with talking about animals. This is for our chickens. We used to get this for our chickens every single week, and it's something that we've gotten away from. It's great for protein and calcium, and it is black dry soldier fly larvae, and it's dried, and they love it. They would be like dogs when they hear this crackling of this bag and the mister bringing it for them. They come running. I'm sure they will remember it when we bring it out to them. Okay, I bought a 16-ounce bottle of the Santa Cruz organic pure lemon juice. I have one, but I just wanted to make sure that I had enough for when I started canning. I got some pineapple juice. This is for putting away and having on hand. It's not something that we're going to use right now. And this one is for making my mock pineapple with zucchini. You guys have done that before, and you've probably seen it, but this is what I'm going to do with this. I could not find, this was the only brand. There was no off-brand, there was no Walmart brand, so I ended up getting this brand. Okay, next, oats. I got 2 containers of old-fashioned oats and 1 of the quick oats. The mister takes this to work almost every day. He likes it because it's easy and simple, and he just needs to add boiling water or, you know, hot water, and then he goes back to the car and eats it during his lunch break. But I'm going to try my hand at a few things so that he can have different things. They need to be simple though and easy, because otherwise he won't like it. It has to be something easy for him. Okay, I got this Honest Kids Organic Superfruit Punch, and the reason I got these is because, you know, no added sugar. They seem a little bit healthier, but I got them for our go bags. I'm going to be going through our go bags and refreshing some of the things in there, and we had some, they were over 6 months old Juicy Juice pouches, so I'm going to replace them with this. And I got 2 bags of those. And then back here, paper towels, and then back there we have toilet paper. The bottom package has 12 rolls, the top one has 9, and I'm gonna be using the small one now and putting the large one away for later. Okay, let's move on to the next store, and that is Costco. So before we get to the Costco haul, let me share with you another haul that I got a few days ago. One was from Costco, and the rest of it is from here locally, and then we'll get to the Costco haul. It is time to get some meals prepped and in my freezer. Okie doke, so I got these wrapped in a little bit more manageable sizes based on how I am going to use them. So 4 pounds of ground beef, I just separated into 1 pound packages because I know exactly what I'm doing with this as far as getting some meals in the freezer. So I know I need 1 pound per dish that I make, and so I separated that. The pork shoulder, my husband saw this pork shoulder at Costco. I wasn't looking for pork shoulder, but it was a giant pork shoulder and it wasn't that expensive, so we got that, and I got basically 4 pork shoulders from that one, and they're pretty good size. This is about the size of each one. I think one is a little bit smaller, but here we have 4. And then the country style ribs, I have 4 packages in here. What I did is I wrapped it in I don't have enough Ziploc bags, and so to conserve what I do have, I wrapped them in saran wrap first and then put them in the bags. That way I can take one out and still leave one in the bag. So, and then I did the same with the country style ribs. I have 4 packages in here and 3 packages in here. Now I don't have a plan for these exactly yet. I didn't plan on getting this today. I knew that one of my local stores was having a good sale, so we popped in to see what they had, and my husband found this, and it was buy one get one. So it was $26 for 1 package, and we got the second $26 package for free. And then I have here pork steaks, and I have 3 here and 3 here, and I'm just going to leave these in their original packaging because that's basically how I'm going to use them. 1 for each of us for dinner, and then 1 left over for lunch. Not 100% sure what I am doing with the bacon, but it was on sale. I don't usually buy bacon like this. I usually buy it from the butcher himself, and just tell him how many pounds I want. But I thought this was an okay sale, so I got 2 of these. So that is it as far as meat. So this is a good portion of the meat that I'm going to be using for my meal preps and to fill my freezer. I do have 2 or 3 packages of boneless chicken breast that I'm going to use, as well as some stew meat left from the quarter cow. The only other thing that I want to get is some thinly sliced steaks. I didn't see anything like that in the store today, so I'm going to be on the lookout for that. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is too close, but I was afraid the earlier video I was too far away, but we'll see. You guys will let me know. So let's get started with this Costco haul. Here is the big giant roast that was here before. This is the second one that we got. In that clip you saw the first one. We got 4 roasts from that, and this one seems a little bit bigger. I don't know, but I might just keep it to 4 roasts because it's always nice to have some left over for lunch. And then we have this boneless pork loin. This was $15, you guys. $15.41. So you can do a lot of things with it. You could have slice it into thin chops. You could leave it cut maybe this much off and have it as a roast, or you could have make it like stew meat and cut chunks. It's very versatile, so I was excited to find this. We are totally out of coconut oil. I just used the last of what we had in my pups dog food that I'm making, so we definitely needed to have this. Let's see. These are some treats. This one, I love cashews, and the mister said I should get this for myself. Notice it's open, and I'm not the one that opened it. I haven't tasted any of it. And then we got this because he likes to have nuts, something that has a lot of protein and holds him over. He eats them during his breaks at work. We got honey. I usually get honey, local honey, but from time to time I like to grab some from the store, usually Costco. I got 2 of those. And I got this rotini made from chickpeas. It is not my favorite. I mix it half and half with just your regular flour rotini and this, but my mister does better with this. His system does not like just regular flour pasta, and he does better if we mix the 2. We also got these live straws from Costco. We've been wanting to get these for a long time, and we were toying with the idea of getting it from Amazon, and we just kept dilly-dallying, and yet when we saw them at Costco, they were actually cheaper at Costco than through Amazon, so we got 4, a packet of 4. Next, we have a 24-pack of Thomas's English muffins. I got this because I thought I would make some breakfast sandwiches for the mister, and they would be easy enough for him to just open and eat, and it wouldn't take much time, so he could have that, something different rather than oatmeal in the morning. I got some tortillas. We like having tortillas. We like making quesadillas or burritos or something like that, and it's easy to have this in the freezer, pull them out, and by the next day or the next evening they're defrosted if I need them. He loves, the mister that is, these mandarin cups. He likes to have them for a snack at work, so we haven't had any in a while, so I got him some and he was excited. And then we got some bread. I like Dave's Killer Bread, and I like the white bread done right, so I got 2 packages. So that's 4 loaves, and 2 are going in the freezer. Actually, 3 are going in the freezer, and I'll be using 1. This is so much cheaper to buy at Costco than it is to buy it at Walmart. And then last but not least, we have 4 10-pound bags of organic cane sugar. I still need 4 more, I think. at least 4 more. And I think I have one 5-pound bag in the pantry room, but there are some containers, 5-gallon buckets that I like to have full of certain things like flour, rice, oats, and sugar. And I've depleted some of it, so I'm trying to restock. Okay, so that is it for our Costco haul. Whoops, I forgot this. We also got this from Costco. It is organic whole milk. There's 18 in here, and it is shelf-stable milk, and I thought this would be a good idea to have on hand. In an emergency, you can put it in your oatmeal. If you like milk in your oatmeal like I do, you can make hot chocolate. You can do anything that you would do with milk. If you're a cereal person, then you have milk to have with your cereal or to give it to your kiddos. In any application that you want to use it, it's a good idea, I think, to have shelf-stable milk. Not powdered, which we do have also, but this you just open and drink. All right, so that is it for the hauls. Let's regroup here so I can share with you guys some of what I am doing this month and for the next 3 months, and also share what I would love for you guys to join me in doing. Obviously, there's a lot more than what I'm going to share on this list going on here. There's always something going on. Believe it or not, I'm still working in my garden. Maybe I'll finish in time so that you guys can get a fall garden tour. Maybe, we'll see. So let's start from the top. I am participating in a winter gardening challenge with Seed Time. They offered a, let's see, was it 4 days or 5 days? And I knew that I wouldn't be able to attend in person, but they offered for a contribution of $1 or anything that you wanted to contribute. And I contributed a little bit more than $1, but not much, to get the recording. And so I'm going to go through the recording as I can in the next week or so, and see what I can learn. He had several guests. What's his name? Is it Paul? I think his name is Paul. But you're probably familiar with the Seed Time guy. He had several guests, and they shared a lot of different things that you can do for winter gardening. So I am excited to do that, and I will share the link with you if I see that you can purchase the recording. The next thing that I'm doing is the 100 Days to Preparedness, and that is a project from Lisa over at Suttons Daze. And you know, she's all about preparedness, and this is exceptional, the work that she's done, the material that she's put together, and it's day 1 through 100. And so we're going into November with this project. You can do it however you like. You can do more than one thing in a day. I love the way that she has it put together. You don't actually have to do everything. You just do the things that apply to you and your family, to the area that you live in, etc. But it is super comprehensive, and there's quite a bit of information and instruction, really. So I am doing that from now to November. And part of that 100 Days to Preparedness is getting my pantry room prepared so that I can put my products in there and have things that I need if I want to be prepared. I need to know where things are so that I can put my hands on them when I need them. And so I am throwing in my pantry reorganization as part of my preparedness for the next 100 days. And I'm going to share a link, of course, so you can go listen to her, see that video that she put, and listen and learn a little bit more about the product that she's offering. Okay, I have chickens coming. I have 3 chickens coming from a hatchery. I got them because I wanted specific color eggs. I did not want to raise chicks at this time, and so because I knew I would be very busy with the garden, etc. So I had this hatchery do it for me, and they will be coming in the next week or 2, and I'm looking forward to that. So what that means is I have to go get my big brooder, dust it off, check it, make sure everything is still good with it, and then bring it into the chicken run. Because, you know, chickens aren't exactly friendly creatures, and they will just not like it that there's 3 new girls. So what I usually do when I'm putting new girls in is I put them in the brooder. They can see each other going back and forth, but they can't get at each other. And so they will see them for several days. I will have them in there. And then at night when they go to bed, I one night when they go to bed, I just decide, like on day 4 or 5, I don't know, I put the new girls in there, just put them on the roosts with them, and they will wake up the next day and go, hey, they must have been here all along and we don't remember. I don't know, something like that. And in my experience, it cuts down on the disturbance to the group, and there's less pecking and fighting that goes on when I bring new girls in. Now I'm having another problem, so I have to bring the brooder in, you know, before I get these new girls, and put one of my chickens in, because I think she is pecking at the others. And the reason I think that is because everybody is henpecked except her. She looks perfectly fine. She's the biggest of my chickens, and I think she just turned into a bully. She didn't always do that, but she's doing it now, and it's driving me crazy, and I'm sure it's driving them crazy. So I'm gonna put her in that brooder for several days before the new chickens come, and just see what happens. Hopefully I can put her in for about a week and see if I see any improvement in my chickens. I'm also feeding them Neutrina's Feather Fixer to see if it will help as well. I was talking to another YouTuber who's local to me, and she has chickens that are also looking rough, she said. So are they molting? I don't know. My chickens seem to go through molt more often than just in the fall. So I don't know for sure. So this is all experimental. I'm gonna just separate the one chicken, see what happens, and go from there. Okay, what else am I doing? Oh, this is, yeah, the 3 Rivers Homestead Challenge. It is the Every Bit Counts Challenge. I am excited to be doing that. It started on the 1st of August, and it's gonna run through the month. And if you're familiar with it, you know that it's just, you do something every day. You can can a canner full of whatever, or just dehydrate one little thing. That's what I did on the 1st. I dehydrated some basil, and I have video of that. And what I'm going to do is try to, at the end of each week, share a video with you guys of what I did for the whole week. Well, not at the end of each week, but at the end of, because Thursday was the 1st, so at the end of 7 days. So every 7 days, share a video showing what I have done for the week. I love the challenge. It makes you think outside the box. It makes you work at it, preparing something, putting by something, anything. It could be freezing something, it could be canning it, it could be dehydrating it, it could be making a freezer meal and throwing it in your freezer. And you don't have to do something every day. Not everyone can do that. I know someone that is going to be just doing the weekends, which is what she also recommends. Is if you can't do something every day, just do it on the weekend, just do it on Sunday, whatever it is, but put away something. So I would love for you guys to join me with that challenge. If you are, put it in the comments, because I'd love to know who is joining and doing this. And you don't have to have a YouTube channel or anything like that. You're just preparing food somehow and putting it by for later. And I would love to know if you guys want to join in doing that. Okay, so that's the end of my list, and I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head that I am doing, but I'm going to keep you abreast of the pantry room and what's going on there, and as well as sharing with you some of the other things that were on the list as I go along. Of course, I'm bringing you along when I am making my freezer meals so that I can share that with you too. All right, so if you guys are new here, thank you for visiting this time. Please hit the subscribe button so you can see what else I am sharing.